Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host God of Heroics, and today we're talking big news for Sparking Zero. You see, Sparking Zero is going to be getting a new DLC character, and it is going to be a crossover with another Dragon Ball IP, another Dragon Ball video game. You see, Dragon Ball Legends is getting Shallot, their primary titular character, their created original character for Dragon Ball Legends, and he is going to be playable in Sparking Zero. And I think this is really hype, especially considering that all the DLC we've gotten has just been regular Dragon Ball anime stuff, being Dragon Ball Super Heroes and then Dragon Ball Daima. I really like that we are getting this collab with another big Dragon Ball IP, especially a game original. It really gives us hope for what is to come. I would like to see, something like a Xenoverse or Xenoverse 2 collab, getting Ace and Band in this game. That would be pretty cool. But regardless, let's talk about Shallot. We can talk about what we could get for Ace and Band if they show up in the game in a completely different video. But today we're talking about Shallot. Shallot in this game, he is equipped with Wild Cannon, Meteor Break, and his ultimate called Rising Rush. Now, a lot of people have been complaining. I've seen some complaints on Twitter where they're just saying that, his moves are just copies of other stuff. Wild Cannon just looks like a full power energy wave. Gotta be completely real. Yes, it does. And Meteor Break is a mix between Meteor Rush or Meteor Smash, one of Goku's rush attacks, and then Spirit Breaking Cannon. It starts off as the Meteor Smash and then ends the last half with the Spirit Breaking Cannon, upwards kick, and then the down elbow drop, which I like. And then Wild Rush is actually Shallot's completely original move. It is his own ultimate directly from Dragon Ball Legends, and it looks really freaking good in this game, I have to say. So the complaints are just, oh, well, Shallot has some recycled moves and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so here's the thing, and why I mentioned Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2 characters. Shallot falls within the exact same ability set as those characters. So much like how in Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2, you create your character, you can train with different characters like Goku, Vegeta, Whis, and all that, and then you can learn their moves, the Kamehameha, Final Flash, Kaioken, and then you get transformations, Super Saiyan 1 through 3, and then we have God in Blue and all that. Shallot is very much the same. In his game, he does train with tons of other mentors and learn their abilities. In fact, if you go to the Dragon Ball fandom page and look at Shallot's abilities, that list is as long as you would see for a Xenoverse 1 or Xenoverse 2 character. And it's because of the history of the character. Now, the only gripes that I have for this is that, one, we're not getting a new map, unfortunately. We are getting new music, specifically music from Dragon Ball Legends. So if you're really heavy on Dragon Ball Legends and you've heard some of those original tracks, we are going to be getting some of those. I don't know exactly which ones, but I do know we're getting music from the game. On top of that, Shallot, at least from what we've seen displayed in this trailer, he does not come with transformations. Just like the CACs in Xenoverse 1 and 2, Shallot does learn Super Saiyan 1 through 3, God in Blue, but he does not have any of those transformations in the game, at least from what we've seen. None of them have been shown. I'm not sure which ones they would even choose if it came down to it. They probably just do 1 through 3, if anything, or just Super Saiyan 1, maybe do God or Blue, who knows. But it doesn't seem like they're going to be giving him any forms like that. Now, if that's the case, I do have 2 requests for this character. One, I would like for him to not have a transformation per se, but to have an aesthetic change when he enters sparking mode. So in Dragon Ball Legends, we're gonna go over all of this later, because I do plan on doing a Shallot lore video before he actually drops. But in Dragon Ball Legends, Shallot actually has an enraged mode. I forget what they actually call it. There's like an actual name for it, but he has an enraged mode where his eyes turn red, his hair spikes up, very similar to Super Saiyan, and then his ki around, like his ki energy when he charges and all that, it's like an orange. and you can see like the face of a great ape in his aura. Now that's a lot to put into this game. I'm gonna be 100%, but I would like to have something akin to that when he, enters sparking mode. Like his eyes will be red, his hair will be spiked up a little bit, and maybe color shift his aura a little bit. The great ape face is a little much. If they do that, that's cool, but that is a little much, and beggars can't be choosers. The fact that we have Shallot is big, but I'm just saying that if we're gonna have him in base form the entire time, I would like that to be at least in a little aesthetic change. If not, give him like a skill or something that, one of those stat boosting skills, like when Vegeta goes enraged, or Goku is like angry or whatever, like now I'm mad. And instead of just making him stronger with the stat boost, do the stat boost, but then also make like the aesthetic change. I think that'd be pretty cool. But again, asking too much, beggars can't be choosers. The second thing that I would like would be to give him this cloak. So here's the thing: if you don't play Dragon Ball Legends, a little bit of spoilers since you don't know the story, but he has a twin brother. Shallot has a twin brother named Giblet. And Giblet and Shallot both have the same basic default outfit, but Giblet wears this really cool cloak. I'm not saying give us this cloak and then start giving us Giblet voice lines and whatnot, but if they can give us this cloak just as a nod to his twin brother, that'd be pretty cool as like an alternate outfit. If they don't, it is what it is. I don't expect them to give us an alternate outfit for Shallot. Just because most DLC characters, in fact, I don't think any DLC characters aside from Piccolo have had alternate outfits. So I'm not expecting it, but if they do, that'd be cool. I would like that. This character comes out June 26th, I believe is 26th or 27th. I think it's June 26th is when we finally get Shallot. I hope we do get the 3-day early access, because I do have the 3-day early access when I bought the game. So I would actually be able to play him on the 23rd and make an entire video for Shallot on that day, just showcasing what he's capable of. I'm gonna go into practice mode, show off some of his combo capabilities, show off what his skills are, what his blast attacks are, just so you can see them in game rather than me just putting them up on screen here in this animation. But that's for a completely different video. Anyway, Shallot is in the game. Tell me what you guys think about that in the comments below. Are you one of the people who thinks this was a wasted slot? Did you want a map instead? And what maps would you like, considering that we're getting Legends? Are there any maps specific to Legends or maps that you've seen in Legends you think, hey, this would be pretty cool? Say it in the comments below. Let me know. That aside, I have a ton of homework to do so I can make this lore video for Shallot. So, definitely stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.